Well, I had to start a new one. God dang it. So we're out here to Big Creek. I had to start a new video. Yeah, it's still capped off down here at this north end. Well, that edge is gone. What the heck, you know? You ain't got nothing better to do today. Just as well come out here and drive around and kind of look at things, you know, get an idea what you're looking at. So when we do get some good cold air, we know what areas to kind of stay away from. There's a lot of open water. This guy's over here watching me like they ain't got nothing better to do. Yeah, you can see the geese right there. That's a whole stream area there. That's all open. Then you look just beyond them a little ways. You can see the ripple in the water. So there's quite a bit of open water out there. And that's, like I said, this is all the beach area. Or the marina, I'm sorry. Get your shit together. The marina. Yeah. But, like I'm saying, Iowa weather, you know how it is. I could have done this all live, but I just, wanted to put something on my YouTube, so I'm doing it on the YouTube. But yeah, we're going to definitely need some serious cold air. So I'm really glad I didn't drive out to Badger Creek or Moffett or any of them other lakes. Because I know darn well, you know, we can drive down here. We'll come down here by the beach area. Of course, I can't get close to it, but actually, if I pull over this way, okay, let's do this. I know the phone isn't staying in one place, but it. So let's get it viewed in. Oh yeah. You can see the ripple. Can't even see my finger. But you can definitely see the ripple. That goes quite a ways. That's, you know, the beach. So you got warm sand over there. Trying to focus it in there. Yeah, now you can definitely see the ripple in the water there. The wind's coming out of the northwest, I believe, like 15 mile an hour is what I think I seen on the news earlier today. So yeah. Like I said, I didn't have nothing better to do today. But for the majority part of it, I mean, there's still a lot of ice left on the lake, and it's not going to take much cold air, you know, to get it back, you know, a solid 4 days, you know, of below freezing temps. It's about all it's going to take. What guy? I need to buy me a phone mount for in the car, in the truck here. Yeah, something else. I don't have the dad van no more. Dad van went bye-bye. I sold it probably about 6 months ago. I just had all I could take of it. I went out shopping one night and found me a Toyota Tundra. Got a 6.5 foot bed on it. So I can definitely get a couple one-man shacks in the back with my tonneau cover. I got a tonneau cover on it. I found one of them on Marketplace for $100. It was brand new. The guy didn't want it. He wanted topper. So me and him made a deal, and I went and picked it up, put it on. I love it. But yeah, I got me a Toyota Tundra. So it's white with black wheels. So if you see me out here at the lake, man, you see my truck sitting out here, man, don't be shy. Scream out my name, Harley! I'll come out and talk, you know that. I ain't shy about talking. So yeah, we're heading out of the park now. I could have drove all the way up to Clear Lake today. That's something. I don't know if you follow Clear Lake, Iowa's Kevin Paul's guide service up there at Clear Lake. Two very well ice fishermen last night found some thin ice. It was over by the aerators. Yeah, spud bar is still much needed. But they were all right. They fell through, but they're all right. They got out safely. Maybe they were in shallow water, I don't know. But they definitely alerted Kevin and let Kevin know, sent him a pin drop so he could get it on the Facebook page, which was awesome. So everybody else kind of knows. Clean them windows off. I think the inside of the window needs to be cleaned. Yeah, we'll get up here. There's a DNR, pick him up. What do they call this? Lost Island, I believe. Get a look over here. All right. So you know where I'm at. What the heck? Oh, yeah, let's make her smaller. You knucklehead. So now you know where I'm at. And that is not open water around them columns. There is open water, don't get me wrong. But there's still ice on it. That is not open water. There is still a sheet of ice over it. So, yeah. And as you see, that whole bank pretty much looks open, but it's not. There is a sheet on it. Man, you can actually see the trails of water. It's just, man, that cove all the way back there. Let me see if I can make this a little bit stick out there a little bit more. Where we at? We want to come right there. That cove right back there. You can see how white that is. Guarantee you that's solid over there. You know, in all the shaded area. That's exactly why. You know, it's down in a hole and it's shaded. Now, I honestly think it's real shallow in that cove, but yeah, let's make her back to regular size. But yeah, it's that, like I said, that is not open water. There's still a sheet of ice sitting on top of it. There is some open water around that column because I can see the ripples in the water. But I mean, before I would bet there was, 6 inches or better. I really do. I hadn't been out here. I'd been working quite a bit until this week. Actually, I'd been getting some pretty good hours at work, so I hadn't had really time to get out as far as that goes. But like I said, though, I mean, sitting out in the sun, it's great sitting in the cab, but if you get out of the truck, that 45 feels like 35. Excuse me, I just had a tenderloin from Nordville Inn. For any of you that know Nordville Inn, they got good tenderloins and Graziano. But I think when I leave here, that's where I'm going, is down to Graziano. And I'm going to pick me up a little bit of sausage. Maybe some capicola. Maybe some raviolis. But yeah. So yeah, in our area, as I said, today is the last day of the year. So maybe tomorrow morning, you know, things will change for us. She'll snap in and start staying cold. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I was watching the news today, or more or less listening to the news. I don't really pay much attention to the news, but I think I heard him say something about this weekend that it was supposed to get cold again. So let's hope. I mean, I don't like to always have to drive, 100 miles to go sit on ice for the day. I'd much rather, do it around here, around the Des Moines area. But I'm definitely ready. So all I gotta do is back the truck up to the door and slide the shack in, and we're good to go. Got everything, all the batteries charged up. Spud bars right there. Boots, float suit. This dude's ready. He's definitely ready. I'm definitely ready to get out. I got a little field trip this month, middle of this month. Still got, what do we got? 2.5 weeks. Yep, 2.5 weeks. And yeah, That's easy math. 2.5 weeks. Then I get to go up to Clear Lake and stay in a hard shack for a night. And then we're going to jump into that Clam 720. That'll be another video. Clam may not like that video, but well, they'll be all right with it. I ain't gonna say anything bad about the hub at all. I do like the rounder ones much better though. The C720 is 12 foot long, 6 foot wide, versus like the C560, C360, I believe the 800. I think there's one more, 1200, the 1200. So they're all octagon shaped. I think I like that shape better. In fact, it ain't thinks. I do. I like the octagon shape much better than I like 12 foot long and 6 foot wide. But we'll do a video on that once we get all set up, because we're going to camp out in it for the night, and we'll get everything set up, and then I'll make a video there. Gonna make some video while we're in the hard shack for sure. Hopefully we get on to some walleye. And from what I've heard from a few people, that the perch have, and I know everybody, oh, them little perch, them little perch. Well, from what I've heard, the perch is doing pretty good. I mean, people are catching 9s and 10s, which is still, ain't a very big fish. But if you think about it, when you catch a 9-inch bluegill or a 10-inch bluegill, you take them home and fry them up. The perch is just more of like to me, is more like a back strap on a deer. It's about all the meat you're really getting out of them when they're that small. But still, I mean, they make good tacos, right? Versus a bluegill, you get a nice bluegill, you get a ribeye. You know what I'm saying? God, I wish I could get out in a couple of them farm ponds I know about. But anyway, man, I'm going to jump off here, and I'm going to head down by Scott Street. And hell, I might even get out and do a little video down there too. They putting in all that new stuff on Scott. But I'm definitely going to go get me some Graziano. Have it for tonight. Make me a couple sandwiches or a big Vienna loaf Italian sausage sandwich. But thanks for following along, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe. And I've got multiple other videos out there that you can, watch and do whatever you want, But we'll see you out on the ice. Until then, be cool. As Richard Grimes says, peace out!